Hi there, it's Dr. Peggy and welcome to day 17 of your 21-day challenge. Today I want to talk about something that affects all of us to one extent or another, and that is stress. The stress response was designed in human beings to save our life. It was designed to only last for a few minutes. So imagine this, back in our late ancestors' time, they are hunting and gathering and they look over and they see a tiger. Immediately something happens in the body, and what that is the heart rate goes up. The blood pressure goes up, your breathing starts to increase, your pupils dilate, your ears become more acute. You have different factors in your blood that start to change just in case you are going to be cut in a fight. And all of these things are the stress response. It's called the fight or flight response, and it's designed, like I said, to save your life. It puts you in a place where you are ready either to fight for your life or to run for your life. So that is fight or flight. So we're walking along, we see that tiger, and stress response hits us. We either fight and run or we just run, and in a few minutes your body starts to regulate itself, come back to normal. You come out of the stress response because it's done what it's designed to do, which is to save your life. The problem in our modern day culture, though, is that that stress response is at a low level all the time. For hours and hours and days and years and years, many people, probably you, have been at this low level of stress response. And this stress is making us sick. It's involved in almost every single illness that people are affected by. So, what can we do about it? Well, the thing of all of those things that I mentioned that is under your voluntary control is your breath. So a lot of times people will talk about the fact that you need to take a breath or breathe, and it sounds trite, but it's true, you need to breathe. So if I was James Bond, perhaps I could change my heart rate and my blood pressure just by thinking about it, but not very many people can do that. So the one thing that you have voluntary control over is your breath. You can change, just by taking a breath, you can change your breath. So if I know in the stress response, my heart rate's up, my blood pressure's up, my breathing has changed, and typically I'm going to be breathing only in the top part of my lungs, I can immediately make a change to my breath, which will affect and change my stress response. So what I want to do for you today is give you this tip, and this is something you can do right here while you're watching this video, or anytime you have a minute in your day, or if you're feeling particularly stressed, this is something that will really help. Because when we are stressed, we only breathe into the upper part of our lungs, what we want to do is bring it down into the lower part of our lungs. So put your hands on your belly just as you're sitting, where you're sitting. I want you to take a big breath in, and then wait till your tummy comes out. Wait until you feel that tummy bulge out into your hands, and that means that you've breathed air into the lower part of your lungs, and that means that you're slowing down the breath, getting oxygen where it needs to be. As soon as you do this, and you do it 2 or 3 or 4 breaths, immediately what's going to happen is your heart rate will come down, your blood pressure will come down. All of those pieces of the stress response will start to alleviate. They'll start to move back into healing the parasympathetic system, which is the opposite of the stress response. So we want to go more into that healing place where your body can rest and heal. And the key is breath. The key is breathe. So until I see you next time, which will be for day 18, I want you to breathe. Have a really great day, and I'll see you next time.